Welcome back to Timeless Wisdom Podcast, right here on the Monkey Mind Mechanics channel. For those of you on the path of New Age exploration, those of you seeking to manifest your dreams and understand this incredible quantum 5D reality we live in, today's deep dive is going to be particularly fascinating.
Absolutely.
We're taking a journey into the mind of Neville Goddard and his teachings on awakened imagination.
Ooh.
You can call him Neville, by the way. He was all about keeping things simple and direct.
Neville's work really resonates with modern seekers because it speaks directly to the power we have to shape our reality. He believed that our imagination isn't just some whimsical daydreaming tool, it's the very force through which we create our experiences.
Okay, so we're not just talking about visualizing things and hoping they appear. We're talking about something deeper, something more fundamental.
Exactly. Neville went so far as to call imagination the Christ within, suggesting it's the God-given power that resides in each of us.
Whoa, okay. Now, I've heard about Neville's unique interpretations of biblical concepts, but can you break down what he meant by that? Who is this Christ within different from traditional religious interpretations?
What's fascinating is that Neville saw biblical figures and stories as symbolic representations of this inner power. He believed that stories like the Immaculate Conception weren't meant to be taken literally, but pointed to the awakening of imagination within each individual.
So we're all capable of giving birth to the Christ within, which is our own awakened imagination. That's a powerful image. But how do we actually tap into this power? Is it just about thinking positive thoughts?
It's more than just positive thinking. Neville emphasized the importance of thinking from the end. Instead of just wishing for something, you need to actually inhabit the feeling of already having it.
So it's about embodying the desired outcome, feeling the joy, the gratitude as if the wish is already fulfilled.
Precisely, it's about shifting your state of consciousness to align with what you want to experience.
This makes me think about the importance of our inner dialogue, the way we talk to ourselves. Is that part of what Neville meant by controlling our thoughts?
Absolutely. Neville was adamant that the voice in your head is constantly creating your reality. If you're filled with doubt and negativity, you're manifesting more of that. But if you cultivate self-love and belief, that's what you'll experience.
This is where the concept of states comes in, right? Neville talked about states of consciousness being like rooms or mansions in the house of God. Can you elaborate on what he meant by that? Did he provide any specific examples of these states?
He did. Neville believed that each state represents a unique set of beliefs and perspectives. For example, the state of love would attract experiences of love, while the state of fear would draw in fearful situations.
So it's like choosing different channels on a TV, each broadcasting a different reality based on the state we're tuned into. But how do we actually shift between these states? Is it a matter of willpower?
Neville believed that imagination was the key to switching channels. He said, feeling is the secret, emphasizing that by fully embodying the feeling of our desired state, we can actually shift our consciousness and therefore our reality.
One thing that often trips people up is the feeling of being stuck in the past hurts, past failures, past traumas. Can Neville's teachings help us move beyond those limitations?
Absolutely. Neville offered a powerful technique called revision.
Revision, like editing a document?
Exactly. It involves mentally revisiting past events and rewriting them with a more empowering narrative. It's about releasing negative emotions and reframing those experiences in a way that serves you.
So if there's a past experience that's still causing you pain, you can literally rewrite the story in your mind, replacing the negative emotions with positive ones.
That's the idea. It's a form of mental and emotional alchemy, transforming the lead of painful memories into the gold of empowerment.
This sounds like a powerful tool for healing and growth. I'm starting to see how Neville's teachings can really empower us to take control of our lives and create a reality that aligns with our truest selves.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Neville's work goes even deeper, exploring concepts like creation is finished and sealed instructions. We'll delve into those fascinating ideas after a quick break.
This is already blowing my mind. I can't wait to hear more.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to Timeless Wisdom Podcast. Before the break, we were just starting to explore some of Neville's more radical concepts, like the idea that creation is finished.
Now, that's a phrase that really makes you stop and think. If creation is already finished, does that mean we have no free will? Are we just living out a predetermined script?
That's a question that comes up a lot, and it's understandable why people might think that, but Neville's perspective is actually very empowering. He believed that while all possibilities exist, we have the power to choose which ones we experience.
So it's like we're spanning in a vast library filled with every possible book, every possible story, and our choices determine which one we open and read.
Exactly. He used the term sealed instructions to describe the way our subconscious mind is constantly working to manifest the desires we hold in our imagination. It's as if we've already written the script, and now our inner being is bringing it to life on the stage of reality.
That's an amazing way to think about it. But what about the challenges and setbacks we face in life if we're creating our reality? Why do we experience so much negativity and suffering?
Neville acknowledged the reality of suffering, but believed it often stems from a misalignment between our conscious desires and our subconscious beliefs. It's like wanting to grow a beautiful garden, but unknowingly planting weeds of fear and doubt alongside the seeds of our dreams.
So we might consciously want something, a loving relationship, a fulfilling career, a healthy body. But if deep down we believe we're unworthy or undeserving, those subconscious beliefs will sabotage our efforts.
Precisely. He often emphasized the importance of tending to our inner garden, cultivating positive thoughts, and weeding out the limiting beliefs that hold us back.
That reminds me of the importance of affirmations and positive self-talk. Is that something Neville recommended?
Absolutely. He believed that our words have immense power, not just the words we speak aloud, but the silent conversations we have with ourselves. He encouraged us to be mindful of our inner dialogue, to speak to ourselves with kindness and encouragement.
So it's not just about thinking positive thoughts. It's about actually speaking those thoughts both internally and externally to align our energy with what we want to create.
Exactly. He believed that by consistently affirming our desires, we imprint them on the subconscious mind, and it begins to orchestrate events to bring them into our reality.
This makes me think about the concept of faith believing in something even when you can't see it yet.
Yeah.
Is that part of what Neville was talking about?
Yes. Neville saw faith as an essential element of the creative process. He said, "Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen." It's about trusting in the unseen power of our imagination to bring our desires into being.
But what about those times when it feels like no matter how hard we try, no matter how much we visualize and affirm, things just don't seem to be changing? Does Neville offer any guidance for those situations?
He does. He recognized that the manifestation process isn't always instantaneous. He encouraged us to be patient and persistent to keep our faith strong even when we don't see immediate results.
So it's not a one and done kind of thing. We need to keep imagining, keep
Mhm.
feeling, keep affirming our desires, even when we face challenges and setbacks.
Exactly. He said, an assumption, though false, if persisted in, will harden into fact. It's about consistently aligning our thoughts, feelings, and actions with our desired outcome, even when the external reality seems to contradict it.
You know, this reminds me of something else. Neville talked about the importance of investing our thoughts and energy wisely. He often used the analogy of money, saying that if we squander our thoughts on worry and negativity, we'll soon find ourselves bankrupt in terms of happiness and fulfillment. But if we invest our mental energy in those things that uplift and inspire us, our lives will reflect that abundance.
That's the idea. Neville believed that every thought is a seed, and the seeds we plant in the garden of our minds will eventually bear fruit in our lives. He encouraged us to choose our thoughts carefully, to focus on those that nurture our dreams and contribute to our well-being.
So it's about being mindful of where we direct our attention, making conscious choices about what we allow into our minds and hearts.
Exactly. It's about taking responsibility for our mental diet, nourishing ourselves with positivity, inspiration, and love.
This makes me wonder, did Neville talk about how our individual creative power connects to the larger collective?
He did. He believed that we're all interconnected, part of a larger web of consciousness, and that our thoughts, feelings, and actions have a ripple effect on the world around us.
So it's not just about creating a better life for ourselves, but also about contributing to the well-being of others and the planet as a whole.
Absolutely. Neville saw our individual journeys as interwoven with the collective human experience. He believed that as we awaken to our own creative power, we naturally become a force for good in the world.
This aligns beautifully with the principles of conscious living and social responsibility. It's about recognizing that we're all part of something larger than ourselves, and that our choices have consequences that extend far beyond our own individual lives.
And ultimately, Neville believed that the journey of awakening is a journey of love for ourselves, love for others, and love for the divine within each of us.
That's a beautiful message, and one that resonates deeply with the teachings of many spiritual traditions.
It's a message that transcends time and culture, speaking to the very core of what it means to be human.
This has been an incredibly insightful exploration of Neville Goddard's teachings. I'm so grateful for your insights and expertise.
It's been my pleasure, and remember, the journey of awakening is an ongoing process. Be patient with yourself, trust in the power of your imagination, and never stop exploring the infinite possibilities that lie within you.
Before we wrap up, is there anything else you'd like to share about Neville's work? Any key takeaways you think will be particularly helpful for our listeners?
I think one of the most important things to remember is that Neville's teachings are not just about manifesting material things or achieving worldly success. They're about aligning ourselves with our true nature, the divine spark that resides within each of us. It's about remembering who we truly are, powerful creators, capable of shaping our reality and contributing to a more loving and harmonious world.
Exactly, and the journey begins with a single thought, a single act of imagination. So choose your thoughts, wisely nurture your dreams, and never underestimate the power that lies within you.
This deep dive has been incredibly enlightening. Neville Goddard's work truly offers a roadmap for navigating this new paradigm of reality for those of you wanting to explore further. We've got links to some of Neville's books and lectures in the show notes. And be sure to check out other episodes of Timeless Wisdom Podcast right here on the Monkey Mind Mechanics channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe to keep those imaginations firing. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey of awakened imagination.
It's amazing how Neville's ideas weave together ancient wisdom with modern concepts like the law of attraction and quantum reality.
What's striking is how relevant his teachings are for today's seeker. He offers a framework for understanding not just how to manifest desires, but the deeper spiritual implications of this creative power we possess.
And for those of us drawn to the new age, the idea of a 5D reality, Neville's work provides practical tools to navigate this shift in consciousness.
Absolutely. He reminds us that we're not just passive observers in this quantum field, but active participants. We have the capacity to choose our reality, even amidst a world that can feel chaotic.
So how do we put these profound concepts into action? How can someone listening today start integrating Neville's teachings into their daily life?
Well, Neville always emphasized the importance of clarity. The first step is identifying your true desires. What experiences do you genuinely crave? What kind of person do you want to become?
It's like setting an intention, getting crystal clear on the vision you're holding in your mind's eye.
And then comes the powerful practice of thinking from the end. It's not just daydreaming, but inhabiting the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Imagine yourself already living that reality, experiencing the joy, the gratitude, as if it's happening right now.
This is where controlling our inner dialogue becomes so crucial. Right? Making sure our thoughts and self-talk are aligned with that desired end.
That inner voice is constantly scripting our reality. Neville recommended using affirmations, speaking to ourselves with the same kindness and encouragement we'd offer a dear friend. This imprints the desire on the subconscious, setting the wheels in motion for its manifestation.
And for those of us who might feel bogged down by the past, weighed down by old hurts or failures, revision offers a powerful tool for healing.
Revision is like being given a cosmic eraser and rewrite pen. We can mentally revisit those painful events and reframe them with a more empowering narrative. It's a process of forgiveness, of releasing the negative charge and reclaiming our power.
But isn't that a bit like pretending the bad stuff never happened?
It's not about denying the past, but about choosing how we relate to it. Revision allows us to extract the lessons, the growth, even the hidden blessings from those experiences, so they no longer hold us back.
One thing that's been coming up for me throughout this conversation is the idea of responsibility. Neville's teachings seem to emphasize that we're not just responsible for creating our own happiness, but for contributing to a better world.
Yeah, he believed that awakening to our individual power is inextricably linked to the collective good. As we consciously create our reality, we become beacons of light, radiating positive energy outwards, influencing the field around us.
It's like each of us is a drop in the ocean of consciousness, and as we purify our own drop, we contribute to the purity of the whole.
Beautifully put. And remember, the journey of awakening is an ongoing process. There will be moments of doubt, challenges, and setbacks, but as Neville said, persistence is the key to freedom.
So even when we don't see immediate results, keep the faith. Keep refining our vision. Keep choosing thoughts and actions that align with our highest aspirations. This deep dive has been incredibly enlightening. Neville Goddard's work truly offers a roadmap for navigating this new paradigm of reality.
And for those of you wanting to explore further,
Yes.
we've got links to some of Neville's books and lectures in the show notes. And be sure to check out other episodes of Timeless Wisdom Podcast right here on the Monkey Mind Mechanics channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe to keep those imaginations firing. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey of awakened imagination.
Absolutely. And until next time, keep those imaginations firing.